It's Free Comic Book Day, and you're watching Sci-Fi Journal!
It's Free Comic Book Day 2018. Woo! See, I knew you'd be excited. I'm Mark Morris. Welcome to Sci-Fi Journal for June 2018. We spent a whole day at Free Comic Book Day. It's going to be awesome. We have 5 different sites this year that we're going to be visiting. James, what are you most looking forward to for Free Comic Book Day?
There's a Star Wars comic, and I just heard there's a Nightmare Before Christmas comic, free comic, so check those out.
All right. I'm looking forward to the new Doctor Who that IDW puts out every year because they do a nice job with those stories. Calvin.
I'm always looking to see something different, so there's a couple of titles I'm interested in. But I really like doing the pub crawl, for lack of a better term. It's really great to go to different comic book stores, meeting some old friends, because I've been doing this for a really long time now, and it's always a good time.
And Madison is the newbie in this group. So, Madison, what are you looking forward to for Free Comic Book Day?
I'm mostly just looking forward to the experience. I've never really traveled around with you guys every year, so I think it'll be exciting to see what we've got. I already picked something up, so I'm excited to see what else I'll find.
And last but not least, Mr. Ian Kingston.
I'm just really looking forward to finding some really good indie comics and seeing, broadening my horizons with what's out there.
And we also have Adam and Kat who are traveling with us today, our wonderful camera people. Shout outs to them. Thank you in advance for all your help. All right, so let's see what's going on for Free Comic Book Day 2018.
Free Comic Book Day 2018, and we are in Gloucester, Rhode Island, which for those of you who are geographically challenged is the western half of Rhode Island. We're at Green Dragon Comics, which I didn't know it actually existed until we were at Rhode Island Comic Con last year, and I ran into this wonderful person who enlightened me as to this wonderful place. And this is the proprietor, Cassie. Cassie, how you doing today?
Good, how are you?
So talk a little bit about Green Dragon Comics. How long have you guys been around? It's really nice that you have a presence here in the western half of the state since the legendary Pools Plus closed like a number of years ago. And how's that working out so far?
So far, so good. I've been here 2 years. We do D&D, Magic the Gathering. You can rent the tables for $5 for all day if you'd like. We do a lot of different games here, and you can play any game that we have behind the counter all you want. Sit down on the couch that's over there by Holly right now and read all you want too. It's just a lot of fun. We like it to be just a regular atmosphere, hang out.
Well, that's really cool. So that it appeals to like fans of like all genres and all different things. So how do you deal with Free Comic Book Day? What does that mean to you? How does that like promote getting people in? How do you get that started?
Basically what we did was through Diamond Comics, we got our distributor to give us our comics. Thank you. And what we do is we put it out onto social media and everything, and we just try to get the community to just come on down. Hopefully they'll enjoy it and read a comic, get the kids in. And because it's not just about, a comic, it's a comic. No, it's about reading. Doesn't matter what you read, as long as you read something, in my opinion.
Nope, that's absolutely right. And you want to try and get like new fans in and maybe like older fans to come back, which is one of the really cool things about Free Comics Day. It's for all ages, all genres. You can find anything from like kids titles to adult titles, anything in between. And it also gives people an opportunity to look around and look at other stuff. So for the Free Comic Book Day stuff that's out, is there anything that appeals to you, anything that caught your eye?
The Nightmare Before Christmas Zero Journey, that caught my eye. It's a manga-styled comic, so you read it backwards. I love it.
Nice. Are you reading anything in particular that you can recommend to our fans?
Right now, I'm reading what's called Dark Arc. It's if Satan decided to make an ark like Noah, like Jesus did for Noah's Ark. That's my go-to right now. So.
Okay, I'll definitely have to check that out. Now, you guys have been here, like you were saying, for a couple of years, but you are eventually going to be moving to a bigger location. What's going on with that?
Right now, we are going to be putting the foundation down hopefully in about a week. And we'll be moving over to the center of town by the Citizens Bank on 102 instead of being on 44.
So bigger, better, and hopefully when you're done, we can come out and take a visit.
Absolutely. All the time. Yeah, we're hoping to be ready for the Ancients and Horribles parade in the center of Japachet.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Cassie, thank you very much for taking the time to spend a few minutes with us. Hopefully Free Comic Day really goes well for you, and thank you very much.
Thank you. You have a great day.
Hi, and for this month for Popcorn Previews, June 2018, we've got Skyscraper coming out on July 13th. FBI hostage rescue team leader and U.S. war veteran Will Sawyer, who now assesses security for skyscrapers. On assignment in Hong Kong, he finds the tallest, safest building in the world suddenly ablaze, and he's been framed for it. A wanted man on the run, Will must find those responsible, clear his name, and somehow rescue his family, who is trapped inside the building, above the fire line. This is directed by Rawson Marshall Thurber, who directed Easy A and Dodgeball, so I wonder if there's going to be some comedy elements involved here. It's also starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Pablo Schreiber, and Neve Campbell. Let's take a look at that.
FBI, show me your hands!
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Just a little nervous.
Wow, you look very handsome.
I just don't want to screw it up, you know?
You have been preparing for this meeting for 6 months. You've got this.
Let me ask you guys a question. Daddy loves who?
Me.
Daddy loves who?
Me! Me!
Exactly. Daddy's gonna go make that bacon.
Gross.
Mr. Sawyer, is your family enjoying their stay?
Very much so. They're shocked you gave us the entire floor.
After your security assessment, what do you think of the building?
With all due respect, he's a glorified security guard.
Please.
The Pearl is the tallest, most advanced building in the world. You've built a vertical city, but you've brought with it every single safety and security challenge that I could think of.
We thought this floor was empty.
So did I.
Not only have you brought them all indoors, but you've trapped them 240 floors in the air. No one really knows what would happen if things go wrong. But I'm just a glorified security guard, so what the hell do I know anyway? What's going on?
The 96th floor is on fire.
You're gonna be just fine, I promise you that.
No, 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 no!
Daddy! Tell me, how much do you love your family?
If we're gonna get out of here, you're gonna have to tell me the truth.
There's a reason they chose this building.
My family is the only thing that matters to me right now.
Alright, and second we've got here is Mission Impossible Fallout, coming out on July 27th. I don't know if they're going to make too many more of these. Seems like they are making about one every couple of years at this point. They've this is probably their 7th one, I want to say. I could be way off on that. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but either way, we'll check it out. So it goes by Ethan Hunt and his IMF team, along with his familiar allies, race against time after a mission gone wrong. It's directed by Christopher McQuarrie, who directed Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, and also directed Jack Reacher. And it's starring Rebecca Ferguson, Tom Cruise, of course, and Henry Cavill. Let's take a look at that.
There cannot be peace without first a great suffering. The greater the suffering, the greater the peace. The end you've always feared is coming. It's coming. And the blood will be on your hands.
I prayed to God that it wasn't true.
Solomon Lane escaped in Paris.
And now the world is at risk.
This is the CIA's mission. You use a scalpel. I prefer a hammer.
This is a bad idea.
Is it ever a good one? Honestly. He's not just some observer. He's an assassin.
I don't trust anybody outside of this room.
You go rogue, he's been authorized to hunt you down and kill you.
That's the job. No hard feelings.
Which way, Benji? Turn left! Go, 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 go! What are you waiting for? I'm jumping out a window! Oh, sorry. Good luck.
When the clock stops, Ethan Hunt will lose everyone he ever cared about.
You don't understand what you're involved in.
You need to walk away.
Please don't make me go through you.
Ethan, that's not who we are.
Maybe we need to reconsider that.
Accept it, Ethan. You've lost this one. What's done is done.
What's done is done when we say it's done.
Showtime.
Oh my God.
That's all we have for this month for Popcorn Previews. Let's go back and check out some more footage from Free Comic Book Day. Hello, and today we're at Free Comic Book Day at Wild Time Comics. Here we've got a couple celebrities with us. We've got Randy, the owner and proprietor of Wild Time Comics. How are you doing, Randy?
Doing excellent, thank you.
Awesome, and we've also got Rocket Rabbit. Rocket Raccoon with a baby Groot on his head. And so why don't you just tell me a little bit about your history of working Free Comic Book Day and what that means to you?
Well, we've been going for 17 years now with Free Comic Book Day. It's been growing right along. It's been doing, great publishers putting out wonderful stuff, nice array, which pretty much makes something for everyone. And it's just been wonderful, excellent.
Awesome. So what kind of comics are really hot right now and new and great for this kind of a day today?
Wow, all comics are great for any day.
There you go.
But yeah, obviously the movie stuff is doing really well. Anything with those, featuring those characters that everyone's becoming more accustomed to. And, but, DC is doing wonderful, Marvel, and a lot of independent companies are really coming to the forefront with films as well. So it's
awesome.
Nice growing market.
And some days are a little bit better than others. Today we got some sun.
This is wonderful. Last year we got drenched. Poor Rocket was sopped for a week. Wet fur smell everywhere.
Wonderful.
Not
at least she's nice and dry today. So, so is there anything else you'd want to let people know regarding Comic Book Day? Do you have any other events that you run like this throughout the year?
Yes, actually in the fall now, well, for a few years now, they've been doing Halloween Comic Fest, which is a similar event, also with free comics, and a little bit more of a horror beat to it. And Also, it's a lot easier to find costumes at that time of year for anyone who's so inclined. So, and that's a great fun, great bit of fun, and for a second half little kickback.
Definitely. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, and good luck with the event.
Thanks for coming by, guys.
No problem. Take care.
Hey, it's James. I'm here with Regan here at Rococo's, right here on Academy Avenue in Providence. How are you doing, Regan?
Very well. How are you doing today?
It's great. Beautiful day today for Free Comic Book Day. What's happening here at Rococo's?
Why, the free comics. Everybody's having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. So what's special this time around, this 2018 Free Comic Book Day? What do you got?
What do we have? Oh, jeez, there's all kinds of titles. Everybody's excited over Brian K. Vaughan's new book, Barrier. You got the Amazing Spider-Man out, Avengers, Superhero Girls.
Oh yeah, DC Comics.
And about 50 other titles.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I love DC Comics. Although I haven't seen the Supergirls, they're like DC superhero heroines in high school.
Yes.
There's an animated show too, I guess.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. And so, what have you been reading lately?
Still reading Walking Dead and Outcast and Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Outcast. Who's the artist on that? Do you know?
I don't remember.
Okay, I thought I saw something about that Outcast some time ago, but anyway. What else is going on? Oh, this is cool. They have a lot of Star Trek stuff here too. If you're looking for collectibles, books, cards, sci-fi, all kinds of things, figures too. It's like I'm very envious. It's like I want to buy all the things.
Yeah, we got a heck of a selection over there. Yeah. Between the toys, the statues, the cards.
And what'd you think of the Infinity War?
Well, when I see it, I'll let you know.
Okay, all right. No spoilers here.
No spoilers.
All right.
I always wait until after Free Comics Book Day to go see it.
All right. After Free Comic Book Day.
Absolutely.
Yep. Oh, and so I've also heard that you guys do something for Halloween too.
Yes, we do. We do the Halloween Comic Fest. That's also like a Free Comic Book Day. We have special editions for that particular day that we pass out instead of candy.
Well, do you know what the date is for that usually?
First Saturday of... No, not first Saturday. It's the last Saturday of October.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. That'll be another time to check out, if you haven't already. Come by every week, and pick up some comic books.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So, remember, Free Comic Book Day here at Coco's, Academy Avenue in Providence. Anything else you want?
Nope. That wraps it up.
Great.
Excellent.
Free Comic Book Day 2018. I almost said 2017. 2018, continuing our comic crawl, and this is my favorite store, Time Capsule Comics in Seekonk, with my wonderful friend, Jeff. Free Comic Book Day for like umpteenth time. How's it going?
It's going all right. It's been crazy pretty much all day. Still rocking.
Awesome. All right, so what are the standouts for this year's Free Comic Book Day?
It's a pretty varied field. There's a new Amazing Spider-Man one, which is a preview of the new Nick Spencer Ryan Otley Spider-Man. There's a new Avengers book with art by Sarah Pichelli. That's pretty cool, with a Captain America in the back preview of the new Ta-Nehisi Coates and Lionel Yu Captain America. So that's pretty cool. And the usual, the Bongo Comics does well. There's a Pokemon. Overwatch is doing pretty well. That's pretty popular right now. Barrier, which just be cautious of Barrier. It's adults only. It's probably the most graphic one up there. They probably should have put a warning on it. So it's a good spread of stuff.
All right, what have you been reading lately that you want to recommend to our viewers?
Oh boy, I was still reading anything by Jonathan Hickman. So East of West is still rocking. The new Avengers actually was pretty good. It's fun. It's goofy and cheesy, but it's fun. Batman's still rocking. Everybody's excited about the lead up to the wedding this summer with Batman and Catwoman. And we'll see how Superman turns out. You always do this to me, and I always draw a blank because there's so many books. There was actually a new indie book called Infinity 8, which was a lot of fun. The Damned. Actually, one of the books I'm most excited about is a follow-up to The Sixth Gun by Cullen Bunn. They return to that world. What else? There's so much stuff. I read a lot.
Well, let's go with a couple of things. 'Cause you know I like to pepper you with questions, so let's do the comic question. Do you actually think they actually get to tying the knot, or does something happen at the last second?
I think they'll tie the knot. It'll be close, be like a last second thing, and I don't know, maybe they'll end up eloping or something because trying to have an actual wedding is too much chaos. It'll be something like that. Same question if Kitty and Colossus are actually going to get married, or if they're just going to blow that off again, or if Colossus is going to die again. Who knows?
And speaking of Marvel, now Avengers Infinity War is out. It's breaking records. Superheroes are everywhere. But a lot of people seem to be starting to complain about, it's been a little bit overkill. Let's talk about, I assume you've seen Infinity War. So spoiler free, did you like it? Did you not like it?
I did like it. I'm not as head over heels as a lot of other people. Spoiler free, that what I always tell people is Thanos is easily the most engaging character on screen, which kind of illustrates how cardboard some of the other performances are. But it's a fun movie, fantastic action sequences, and like I said, Thanos is rendered beautifully. Josh Brolin deserves a lot of credit for bringing that character to life. It's really good. Doctor Strange is good. It's got some good points, except for the Guardians, but whatever.
No, you touched on a good one there, but I'm going totally spoiler free. If you haven't seen it yet, you should join everybody else and go ahead and see it. So what is it about Free Comic Book Day that's special to you?
That's special to me? Well, I mean, like everybody else, it gives you an opportunity to check out some free books of stuff you might not pick up otherwise. Like, oh, that looks interesting. And there's zero investment, there's zero risk. So you give it a shot. If you like it, there's going to be more coming. If not, you didn't lose anything. Other than that, it's just a fun day. I mean, it's chaos. It's the busiest day of the year. I mean, there's not even during Christmas does it ever get this busy. So this is just nuts. You got to be ready for it.
What I can tell you, for most of the other 364 days of the year, it's a really fun time to come in. If Jeff's not busy, you can pick his brain. He loves to talk about all things like comics. Jeff, always a pleasure.
Good to see you again, Cal.
As James here again at Rococo's, I'm here with Morgan Kittleson, who's got a charity organization that he runs. Tell us about is it Comic Books Care, right?
Yes, Comic Books Care, yeah. So my nonprofit is called Comic Books Care. The idea behind it is you or someone you know might have too many comic books or manga. So what you do is you donate the ones you don't want, and to us, pretty much the stuff that's too good to throw away, but not really worth anything. So what you do is you donate them to us. We sort them for quality and content, and then put them together and give them to kids at children's hospitals and family centers. So kids going through a rough time have something kind of fun to look forward to.
Yeah. There's always, kids in the hospital either from injury or illness and things like that. They always have the child life specialists, they call them, that work there that help the kids. They have usually a playroom, and my daughter was there for a long time one year, and comic books were great.
Those kids, when they're in there, they're just bored and want something fun to do, and that's just being able to read about someone doing something cool makes them feel really good, like they've got a shot at beating whatever they're working with.
So how long have you been doing this now?
Honestly, just over a year. It's taken me about a year and a half to get to the point of actually paying and doing the 501c3 and being registered and legal like a real nonprofit. It's terrifying.
Wow, you are a real nonprofit. It's excellent.
Terrifying. It's so scary. It's like, oh man, I don't want to mess it up. I want to do it the right way.
So what do you have coming forward in the future?
Well, actually, I have the line on being at a couple different cons. I got some tables at cons, and so I put my banner up, and I let people know I exist, and then I gather more books. Yeah. So we're trying to get enough books together to do 6 different locations for 6 solid months. So that way, once we do that, we can actually give stuff out properly and not have a downside.
Cool. Excellent.
Oh, yeah. If you actually see me at the con, feel free to stop by my booth. I'm pretty sure I applied to be at Rhode Island, Boston. If I'm not there, I'm not there. If I'm there, it's great, but I understand they need to make money, so if I don't have a table, that's cool. I think Granite, I think Connecticut. Yeah, there's a couple other ones I'm at. So if you see me there, I have put the information on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/comicbookscare, the standard stuff. And feel free to drop books off on site. I'll put them there. I'll smile. I'll take pictures with you. I'll put it on Facebook. I'll tag you because you're doing me a favor. Why shouldn't I let you get some credit at home?
Right. That is so awesome, man.
Well, thank you. I really, guys, appreciate you taking the time to do the quick interview.
Yeah. Great. So remember, Comic Books Care.
And it's And I have a website, second ugliest on the internet, comicbookscare.org. It's only ugly, second ugliest because there's no pop-ups or music playing in the background, but it's a work in progress.
All right, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, too.
Hey, this is Mark with Tube News for June 2018. We didn't get a chance to do our segments while we were on the road for Free Comic Book Day, so we're going to bring them to you right now. I have two things for you this month. First up, remember Eric Roberts in the 1996 role as the Master in Doctor Who movie? I know you'd rather forget it, and so would I. But anyway, he's going to reprise his role as the Master in a new Doctor Who audio series called The Diary of River Song Series 5. River will face off against 4 incarnations of the Master, including Roberts, and Michelle Gomez brings back her voice as Missy. So it's River Song going up against 4 incarnations of the Doctor. If you like the Big Finish audio series from Doctor Who, that's the one you need to check out. All right, number 2. DC is getting a head start on Marvel and Disney with a new streaming service called DC Universe. Hooray! More money to spend on entertainment. 4 series have already been announced for the service. There is a live-action Teen Titans show called Titans. There have been stills that have been released about characters from the show, including Hawk and Dove. Looks pretty awesome. There's also going to be a live-action Swamp Thing, which is supposed to be better than the 2 original movies and the TV show. And with special effects and all the real neat things they can do these days, this Swamp Thing looks to be pretty awesome. There's going to be a 3rd season of the animated Young Justice. I know a lot of people really enjoy that Young Justice series, and they're going to bring back Series 3 for this particular streaming service, so that's pretty cool. And last but not least, there's a series called Harley Quinn. We don't have too much information on that except for the title. So as more info comes along, we'll pass that along. Okay, finally, a big thanks to all the shop owners who hosted us for Free Comic Book Day 2018. I picked up about 6 or 7 really cool books, and once I read them, I'll pass along information on what I thought. But in the meantime, let's go back to coverage from Free Comic Book Day 2018. Oh, wait. I think my laundry's done. All right, we are at Time Capsule Comics on Pontiac Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. This is my comic book store. I come here almost every week, pick up some really cool stuff. This is Rob, the owner. Hi, Rob.
It's nice to see you, Mark.
Nice to see you, too. Now, I was just saying, how many years have we been doing Free Comic Book Day?
I feel like somewhere between 12 and 14 years.
Yeah, something like that. And we get older and older every year, too.
I know.
All right. So, last year was really bad because it was a rainy day. This year is nice and sunny. How have the crowds been so far?
The crowds were incredible this morning. There was a big line before we even opened. It just started to calm down a little bit now, but I know based on past years, we got 2 or 3 more surges throughout the day. It's been a great day so far.
Yeah. Awesome. Now, how many different comics is Free Comic Book Day offering this year?
I believe the count was 52. Okay. And we had all 52 to start off the day. I think we've run out of 4 or 5 so far, but we've still got a good batch to go.
Okay. Now, which titles have proven to be most popular?
It's the ones you'd expect. The Marvel titles, the DC Superheroes Girl. Bongo is just a hit every single year. A lot of people asking for Adventure Time this year. There's a new Image book that's for adults only, for sure.
All right.
And that one's been going over really well.
Right. Okay, good. Now, in addition to Time Capsule Comics in Cranston and the one in Seekonk, you have another store that you just opened up too, right? Yeah, talk about that a little bit.
I do. It's called Midway Antiques and Collectibles. It's a big 9,000 square foot antique mall. It's in Johnston, Rhode Island. And we sell a little bit of everything there. There's furniture, there's vintage t-shirts, there's records, there's comics, there's toys, antiques of every kind imaginable.
Cool. So you can check that out also.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, you have a website, promote the website. So if people want to get in touch with you, how do they do that?
The easiest way to get a hold of us actually is on Facebook. Find the Time Capsule in Rhode Island on Facebook, or you can look it up, the timecapsule.com or timecapsulecomics.com. I've got both.
Okay, good. All right, Rob, thank you very much. Another successful free comic book day. Check out Time Capsule Comics in Cranston and also in Seacock. And let's move on to other stuff for Free Comic Book Day 2018.
Hey, it's James here. Anime Daisuke time here for Sci-Fi Journal June show, the Free Comic Book Day show, which, all right, I apologize, we're a little late. It's already June, but I'm trying to get this done. And I got some anime news. Lupin the Third Part 5 is out streaming, or you might be able to find it somewhere online. It's not on Toonami. I don't know if they'll pick it up, but they might. Like they had Lupin the Third Part 4. I say Lupin, but people on the anime they said Lupin. So check it out, find it, watch it. It's fun. And let's see. Next year is the Godzilla King of Monsters. It comes out in May 2019. And then the following year, May 2020, is Godzilla vs. King Kong, which I can't wait for both. It's going to be awesome. But they've just cast Julian Dennison as part of the cast for Godzilla vs. King Kong. Julian Dennison played Fire Fist in the Deadpool 2 sequel, which is out now. Check it out. He's really good. And he's also going to be with Van Martin and Zhang Ziyi in the Godzilla versus King Kong, or GVK, I say. All right, so check it out when those come out. All right, next, Toonami has started airing Fooly Cooly Progressive. If you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and check it out. They'll probably do a marathon or something at the end of its season. And the Fooly Cooly Alternative, which is the next season, comes out in September on Toonami. All right, so we got Progressive now, Alternative later in September. But this news came out that the English subtitled version won't be released until November. Toonami and the producers in Japan are going to have the English subtitles and stuff released in November, and it'll be online. It'll be available for purchase and stuff like that. Then, so we'll have to wait for the English subtitled, Japanese language ones. All right. So this just to line up with the release of it in Japan also. All right. So that's okay. We can live with that. We can at least watch it now on Toonami. And along with the Fooly Cooly news, I have is the Pillows, the band that did the song for the closing part of the original Fooly Cooly, and they did a new song, I think, for the new Progressive. They're doing a 6-city concert tour right here in the U.S., along with the Noodles and Colin Omori of the Smith Westerns, who are opening for the Pillows. The cities are going to be Boston, New York City, Seattle, Portland, Oregon, San Francisco, and Los Angeles. The Boston one is already sold out. It only sold out in a couple days, so I'm sure the other ones will be pretty popular. And if they do all sell out, maybe they'll extend the tour or do another tour, because they're a great fun band. It's an alternative rock band from Japan. All right, so now some really big news. Check this out. In theaters, July 10th and 11th, the world premiere for Attack on Titan Season 3. The first episode of Attack on Titan Season 3 will be in theaters with the Japanese language and English subtitle on July 10th. the English dub will be on July 11th from Funimation. As they've done screenings before, like they did with Eureka 7 High Evolution. Be a limited theater release, but you can find out on their website what theaters are going to have it. It's going to include a season 2 recap film called The Roar of Awakening, which is Gekijo Ban Shingeki no Kyojin Kakusei no Hojo, which opened in Japan back in January. But they'll have that, and then the first episode of season 3. Now, when will the rest of the season be airing or be shown somewhere? I don't know. I haven't heard that yet. I'll find out. Because hopefully it'll be on Toonami, like the season 2 was. That would be awesome. And can't wait. So, July 10th and 11th. I mean, I think it's worth seeing both, because the English dub cast is great. And of course the Japanese with subtitles is going to be good too. So check it out, Attack on Titan season 3. All right, so that's it for Anime Daisuki. And to close the show, here I'm editing at the Peg Studios in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Got the Mac, Final Cut Pro. Gonna get the show out. You can find us on the web at www.risfc.org, the Rhode Island Science Fiction Club. We've been around for 30 years. The show's been on for 21 years. We have fun producing this show and editing and shooting and everything. Next weekend, the June 8th, if you catch this before June 8th, we're having our RISFIC picnic at Colt State Park. Come by and check us out. I think we're at Picnic Area 17. 17, that's it. All right, and next, you can reach us by email at risfc.communications@gmail.com. We have Twitter at Sci-Fi Journal and at RISFIC, and Facebook pages, Sci-Fi Journal and Rhode Island Science Fiction Club. And you can check out our YouTube channel where we have some old shows. I got to put some of the newer shows on there and keep that up to date. And you can always drop us a line. Let us know what's going on. Hope your summer is cool. Stay cool. So that's it for the June show. We'll see you in July.